Hi there, I'm Dr. LaQuita J, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things in between being and becoming a pharmacist. How you doing? You all right? In this video, I want to share with you the art of habit tracking. As I mentioned in the habits versus routine, that a habit tracking is simply a technique to monitor your daily behaviors and cultivate positive habits. So I want to dive into different things of like a step-by-step guide of how you get started with habit tracking, and then some tools that you can possibly use. So as mentioned in the previous video, and I will link it below somewhere, you will see it. How about that? I want you to identify key habits. That's one of the first things you have to do when you're trying to start the habit, like to track your habits. Identify key habits. Pinpoint the habits you want to track. Like, what is that? Is it you want to include reading every day, especially if you're studying, preparing for the Naplex? Like, you want to read? Do you want to do quizzes every day? How many study sessions? What's the time frame for your study sessions you want to do? Do you want to include mindful practices? Do you want to exercise? Do you want to write notes? Like, what does your daily habit looks like? And then set like a habit for like for your goal. Like, look at your goals and what kind of habits do you need to reach that goal. That could be a good way to start to figure out, okay, what habits I want to start with. These are our goals. We set the goals already. So let's look and see, okay, what do I need to do to move forward to do these goals, achieve these goals? The second thing you want to do is choose your tracking method. Are you a paper and pen person? Are you a digital person? How do you want to record your habits? And I think that's one of the key things you can do. Now, of course, you have things like bullet journals, planners. They have apps as well for tracking your habits. Figure out like what you would like to do. And it's always, like I said, you start with your goals by setting clear goals of what kind of habits, not just simply saying that, hey, I just want to study every day. Okay, how long do you want to study? How long are your study sessions? I want to study for at least 90 minutes of uninterrupted study. No note taking, no quizzes, just purely studying the information. Okay, do you want to time yourself to help with your speed when you're preparing for the Naplex? Do you want to time yourself with how many questions you can do in an hour? That's the thing. Like, just truly set clear goals of what you want to achieve. And when you're writing your habits, not just exercise daily. Okay, I want to exercise at least how many minutes? 30 minutes a day? Good. And the key thing is going to be, the fourth thing to be, is making sure that you are consistent tracking, because making habit tracking is you're tracking habits, so you have to track them. Like, notate your progress. Like I said before, in the Soar in 2024 guide, there is a habit tracker sheet for you that's already laid out, where you just simply write your habits down and you get the marking as you progress and you did them. Because it's something about saying that, like, getting a sense of accomplishment, like seeing I close like all the little dots, the bullets, or whatever markers you had, like how many times you done it. You remember, like in elementary school, where you had the star by your name and how many stars you got. So it's one of those things, like a sense of gratitude and accomplishment of like, hey, a sense of achievement. I've done this. So that's definitely one. And then the last one you're gonna do when you're setting up your habit tracker is to take time each week, and say, because typically a habit tracker is Monday through Friday, or not Monday through Friday, Sunday through Saturday. I'm Monday through Friday. But it's one of those things, if you see those habits and you want to look at like a week to week basis, say, okay, this week I only, say your goal was to go to the gym for 3 times this week. this particular week you only did one time. Okay, so we're going to reflect and adjust, right? We review our habit tracker. Okay, so next week I'm going to try to go to the gym 2 times a week. I actually try to meet my goal for 3 times a week. Maybe you said that your goal was to practice so many questions in an hour, do quiz questions in an hour. So then you want to make sure you make out time to really do that. Make time to say, okay, now I'm going to do this for 1 hour. Okay, I only did one day 30 minutes, one day 45 minutes. Okay, so how can we improve and adjust that? It's all about adjusting and evolving. And when it comes to habit trackers, now I told you like the steps of it. It's like how to set it up. So recapping that is going to be 1, identify your key habits. Choose, like, pinpoint what habits you truly want to track. 2, choose your tracking method. Are you a digital person or a paper person? 3, set your clear goals. Like, be very specific and measurable of each single habit you want. Like, are we studying for 30 minutes every single morning? 4 is the most important one, is to consistently track your habits. You have to make it a progress. You have to see it. You have to do it. The actual action of it. And 5 will be adjust and evolve, making sure that we are reviewing our habit tracker at least bare minimum on a weekly basis, so we know how to adjust and move forward and prepare for the following week. And then like, sometimes just see like overall, like, okay, what have I done as a month spread? What have I done? And some tools you can use again to create your habit tracker. 1, again, if you are a paper person, it's more so paper and digital. So bullet journals, they have those. That's a classic method of allowing for, like, it's good for creativity. You basically create your own layout, make it perfect for you by personalizing your habit tracking. And it's literally just making a journal of, it's just all my habits listed out, and I'm going to make little dots. Most times you have to look check boxes, and you check them off or shade them in, kind of thing. Most people love that. You also have different kind of tracking habit trackers. You have different kind of habit trackers in which you have there are so many to use from. I know one of them is like Habify. A lot of people like Habify because it's a free tracker, but it's compatible with not only Apple products, Android, Mac, and Windows, and the web. So you can use your phone and your computer, and it doesn't matter what type you use. Those are good habit tracker apps. And then also too, you may use like just a planner with just like habit sections, where basically, most planners have like detailed sections just simply for your habits and making it align with your daily schedule. But it's always, everything has its pros and cons for every single thing. When it comes to a bullet journal, it may be good for flexibility, the layout design you can create your own masterpiece. And then 2, it may be good for, you can have it with you because it's something physically, and it's something about pen and paper, that encourage creativity, and there's really no need for technology and things of that nature. However, when you're doing a bullet journal, it can be time consuming because you have to set it up. So that may be a thing of and repeating and writing the same thing versus if it was digital, you can just copy and paste the same habits you're trying to reflect on and do. So that's definitely one thing. And it's also definitely a potential for inconsistency in the way you have the journal. Say if you forgot to do it, complete the journal entry that night, or say you left the journal at home and you don't take it with you. It's just those kind of things. And there's a lack for reminding yourself to do it as well. So that could be a typically con with bullet journals. Then you have habit tracking. So the habit tracking apps. Now those may be good for you if you're a digital person because it's more user friendly. Most of the time apps will have automated reminders to help you to promote consistency for you. And then too, you can have more so the data analysis where you can see your long-term progress. You can track it for you. So when you're doing your weekly, you can say, hey, I did this. Or when you're looking at your habits for the month, it's easy to see. You have more of a visual progress tracking is really good for that. However, being that it is digital, one of the key things is the screen time. So again, once you pick your phone up or a device or something like that, it's easy to get sidetracked. Like, oh, let me just either scroll on this social media app and things of this nature. I go through your text messages, start calling. So it's one of those kind of things of that is the risk of having digital. And also too, with some digital tracking apps, they do have payment and premium features, so that may be also a con to it. And when it comes to the planners with habit sessions, now they may be good in the sense of like it's like a seamless integration. If you like a planner person, it just have like a small piece in it, so then you always have your planner. It may be easier for you, a seamless integration with your daily schedules, and it's also to kind of is more tangible for you, more portable and things of that nature. Again, it's not like technology, you don't need that. And it's again, like I always say, when it comes to the paper, the physical one, it's also the limited space of having, I was not necessarily limited space, it's a lack of having those analytical data analysis features that you might have want. It's also one of the things like where it just promotes inconsistency. If you don't have your planner, did you do it kind of thing? So you have to be mindful of that. So I'll definitely say it just habit tracking. You have to figure out what works best for you, because habit tracking is not a one size fit all solution. So you have to experiment with what methods works best for you. I did try. I created one on my tablet, and now use my pencil to do that. I mean, it was good in a sense, but then I'm just not when it comes to journaling and stuff like that, I'm more paper and pencil person. So it's one thing that just did not work. And again, for me, it's more so me just sticking to certain things of at least 3 things I can do every single day. Or if I'm doing a challenge or something, I do think habit tracker would be good, but also depending like what you like. So you have to really just experiment with the different tools, stay consistent, and just watch for and really watch how the positive habits transform your journey. So that's one of the key things. I hope you have found this video very helpful. And if you want, please comment below with any kind of, just share your habit tracking experiences. Most people like them in a sense. For me, I really like mine, so I'm doing a challenge. So it helped me, because a challenge is something that's I like habit tracking for me for more so my short-term goals, not my long-term goals, but it's one of those things. So comment below. I want to know how you are using habit tracking. What it works with you. Does it work best for you for long-term goals or short-term goals? I want to know that. But until next time, remember, as always, pharmacy is limited. If pharmacy is only limited if you are. Now listen here, go be great. Talk to you later.